Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode in the latest and greatest in Pokemon TCG news. This is the Poke Advisor podcast, bringing you the most up-to-date news in the Pokemon TCG universe. And today, I had a special episode. I wanted to discuss the 7 mistakes that come with investing in Pokemon cards. These are mistakes that I learned along my way in investing, and I wanted to pass them on to you so that you don't make the same mistakes. There are also things that I did right the first time around, and hopefully, and I've capitalized on those right moves, and hopefully you will too. So it's all about aligning the rights in order and trying to minimize the mistakes as much as possible, because this is a risky hobby and we're bound to make mistakes. But if we can have our wins become much more greater than our losses, and our wins become more exponential than our losses, then I think we're on the right track in investing and collecting Pokemon cards. So stick around, and I will announce the giveaway that I'm doing and show you how to enter. And without any further ado, let's begin. So the first, and I wrote these down, the first mistake is buying quantity over quality. And I put this picture here because it's kind of easy to tell what the quality cards are. They go for a very expensive price, and they're always making the headlines. So we know about the Pikachu from Surging Sparks. There's Hydreigon, which is probably lesser tier, but still. Milotic. Even ends Reshiram from Journey Together, that's coming out soon. So they're always in the headlines. Eevee. These are quality cards. Some may be less value than others, but they're still quality cards in the sense that we can almost guarantee that they'll appreciate over time. And yes, we may be thinking, oh, these are really expensive, so the card's on the screen. But these are the ones that appreciate over time, and they're called chase cards for a reason, guys. People are chasing them. These are the ones that people want. And if that's what others want, then there's going to be a value set to them. So it may be better to condense your hobby, condense your collection into those value cards if you have your eyes on making a profit from this hobby. So that's the first thing. And if you have a hard time figuring out what are the big chase cards, which again, I don't think that's really hard nowadays. Kind of the chase cards are always advertised and commercialized on everybody's top 10. But if you do, I will show you TCG Player's article site, and they're going to have articles on, for example, the 10 most valuable cards from Japan's Battle Partner, 10 most valuable cards from Prismatic Evolution, 26 cards that everybody wants, 10 bestsellers. So it's kind of, especially with websites like this, it's pretty easy to tell what the big chase cards are. Bubble Mew, for example. So yeah, look for what the biggest value cards are. Instead of buying 100 low value cards, maybe just one or a few of the high value cards. That's not to say I do recommend putting maybe 10% of your portfolio investment into low cap cards that you think that you have high conviction in and that you think will have value over time, because then you'll see a lot of gains there. But again, that's a riskier play. But if you see a Charizard that you think is undervalued, a Mewtwo, like the Mewtwo from 151, chances are it'll gain value over time. It's just a matter of being patient. So again, a value card is a value card. You just have to, there's ones that have established themselves as value cards, and there are some that have the potential to be higher in value. It's just the market hasn't caught up to them, and those are really good cards to invest in. All right, the second investment, and this one isn't really a mistake, it's more of a lesson that I've learned, and that is that grading cards has never been more accessible than it is now. With GameStop's PSA grading system, get the pro membership, okay? Get the pro membership so you get that free shipping, and then you're just down to $19 a card, which is literally nothing compared to the obstacles that were placed before this came about, with having to ship your cards and put them in cardboard and the correct sleeves and protectors. So this makes grading so much easier. GameStop literally does it for you. GameStop is on every corner, and you'll easily get your cards back. If you get them at a PSA 10, you're getting so much profit off of that card. And now there's a caveat to this. The caveat to this is you can do whatever you want. You can grade cards that you bought from a card store or on eBay, but I would recommend not grading cards unless you open them from the pack itself and you've inspected them. That way you can tell that they're, I mean, if you're gonna grade a card that you bought from someone else, you should really inspect that card and make sure it's mint condition, because you want a PSA 10. We all do. That's where the value really is. And then PSA 9 is acceptable, but now your risk to reward ratio is much higher. So that's why what I do is, if I'm opening packs, I will open them literally right in front of the GameStop, so that as soon as they touch my hand, they're going straight to GameStop to be shipped, once they're sleeved up, of course. So yeah, lesson number 2 is grade your cards. Lesson number 3 is that sealed products are its own product. So we know that a sealed product comes with 32 booster packs. You cannot look at sealed products as 32 booster packs. Look at sealed product as one box, one product, and appreciate its value in that way. Because there is a value in sealed. People want sealed. There's somewhat of a gambling factor when it comes to sealed, because you don't know what's in there when you sell it, and they don't know what's in there when you're buying it, when they're buying it, or when you're buying it. So so sealed product is one sealed product, not X amount of packs. And no, and this goes into number 5. Always get booster boxes or ETBs. They're better when it comes to selling, as opposed to like blisters, for example. You'll have a better chance at selling booster boxes or ETBs than blisters or loose packs. I don't know exactly why, but that is the truth. I mean, look at this team up for 1,200. So yeah, booster boxes and elite trainer boxes, not loose packs. They don't appreciate as well in time, and they're just harder to get rid of. Okay. Next up, we've got in pre-ordering Pokemon Center ETBs. So I know it's really hard right now with stocks coming and going, and Pokemon Center ETBs. I'm going to the Pokemon Center website right now. Pokemon Center ETBs selling out so fast, as you can see as soon as I opened it. But Pokemon Center ETBs, they have an exclusivity. They have the promo card with the Pokemon Center stamp. This is something new and not available. So this caters to, I know I'm scrolling through this website and everything is sold out, but when a new set comes out, try to put that upfront payment and get yourself a Pokemon Center ETB. It's worth it, and the value, what you're paying, $60, is nothing compared to how much you can sell it for. So yeah, Pokemon Center ETBs is the way to go. All right. My next tip is not to buy singles at release. So as we can see with this Umbreon, at release it sold for, right now, I mean, it's currently $1,500, and then it dipped to $1,500 from 16. Last I saw it was $1,800 on eBay, so $1,749. So cards, from all the hype and anticipation, they're really overpriced on release. So we saw Umbreon EX, and it'll probably still track down before it appreciates and goes back up. We see the same thing with Pikachu. So we saw that's 583 on release, almost 600. It's still up here in this market, but it is lower than it was before. But we tend to see cards go down after release. So it's a good idea is to wait 6 to 12 months after release before buying a single card that you really, really want, like this Pikachu. Okay. And next, and I believe this is my last tip, use a Pokemon card tracker app. So I use the Shiny app. I think it's really good. It's a good way to easily access your cards without having to log in and do the math. It does the math for you, keeps your collection organized. That way you know what you have, you know the value. You can put the price you bought it for, and it'll tell you how much you've gained, the percentage. And that way, this is the collector app. I've never used it, but it looks pretty good from what I'm seeing from this YouTube video. And yeah, it'll display your cards, give you, all of them pretty much do the same. You can put the quantity. So very easy, a methodical way to collect your cards, and that way you'll know when to sell, when to buy, and it'll give you the price of other cards as well. And then there's the Rare Candy app, which also includes a scanner, so you can scan cards, which makes it really convenient. So yep, that's all the tips I have. Please try to utilize these investing lessons and mistakes so that you don't do the same. Moving on to Pokemon TCG restocks and news. So we've got the Burtons going in and out of stock on the Pokemon Center. These are really good. I talked about them before. They have really unique artworks. I can see them appreciating over time. So these would be something I would consider a chase card. Just not now because we still have them in stock, but in the future. We've got some tins. Frozen Fierceness playmat. Stellar Crown ATB is back on Amazon for $50 with the Noctowl promo card. We see the Cresselia drop event is live on Pokemon TCG Pocket, and I'll get into that in the next video. And it's until February 16th, so make sure to get that Cresselia if you haven't. Okay. This was an interesting article by PokeBeach. Prismatic Evolution Premium Figure Collection to include an Umbreon EX and Espeon EX. I doubt it's going to be this card, but that is pretty interesting to see. Alright, and that's all that I have for today. Remember to enjoy this hobby. I did promise that I will tell you about the giveaway. It is the Pokemon Center Journey Together Elite Trainer Box giveaway. I will be giving one of these out. I was able to pre-order 2. Like I said, I always order Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes on release day, on the release day of the pre-orders. That's how I was able to get my 4 Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer boxes, and that's how I managed to get 2 of these Journey Together. So I plan on giving one away and keeping one for myself. If you want to enter, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what mistake you've made that you wish others don't make. So tell me what is a mistake or a lesson that you've learned from that you would like to pass on, and hopefully we can all help each other, because this channel is all about helping each other and growing and learning how to become better Pokemon collectors and Pokemon investors. And there is a difference between a collector and an investor, and there's nothing wrong with collecting for passion. If you enjoy the cards, if you like looking at them, if you haven't seen my last video or a couple videos ago, I showed all the cards that I have. I put them on display because I don't want them to just, hide in a closet for as a collection. I want to see them. They make me feel good. I like looking at them. I like the artwork, and I like putting them on my workspace so I can enjoy. So that is a passion. So there's some cards that I bought for $20, $30, $50 that I don't see appreciating in price anytime soon. They can go to $0 for all I care, but I do appreciate the artwork, and that is why I bought them, and I do not feel bad about it. So yeah, make sure to enjoy your passion. There's nothing wrong with collecting as a passion, and there's nothing wrong for collecting as a collector. Let me know which one are you. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.